It's a sign you're growing. You're getting better as you suffer. I hope you've been reflecting on the things I've said. I hope you've been soul-searching. Are you feeling hungry? You're looking thinner, more gaunt. It's just for a while. We need to purge your body of toxins. We need to purge you of evil. We need to cleanse your body and your soul. No, you cannot eat yet. No, I will not untie you. I told you, not until you've proved yourself. Not until you prove yourself. Not until I see you're embracing this philosophy. And no, you cannot pay it yet. You smell good. It's your natural scent. But soon, when you're good, I will take you to the stream, still handcuffed, and I will help you wash. No, I won't untie you. How do I know you won't run? You're not quite convinced yet. I told you last time. I told you about my philosophies and how I want to save your soul. But perhaps you can be inspired by fear too. I showed you my love, but now I can show you my hate and my wrath. Do you know what happened last time? The last man I tried to save. Because you're on the same path as him. If you don't change your ways and embrace me, embrace my philosophies. He was a man, a bit like you. He looked quite similar to you. Don't get jealous. A woman's allowed to love more than one man in her life. But I was wrong about him. He was not the love of my life. You are, I believe. And I think you're starting to believe it too. I watched him from afar. I watched how he moved, how he talked. And I sensed an artistic soul in him as well. Something beautiful about him, and I wanted to protect him from this corrupt world. So I took him like I took you. I took him here. And at first, he was understanding. He seemed to embrace the philosophy. He learnt. He read. He practiced music. He even made his own instruments and drums out of wood and logs and reeds. I was fooled. I believed he was enjoying life here, and he was embracing the philosophy. And I trusted him. I slowly so he could have more freedom with drawing and reading himself. Wouldn't rely so much on me. And then I made the mistake of unshackling his ankles. And you know what he did? It still haunts me. It still breaks my heart. How ungrateful. How could he do that? When I had my back turned, he ran. I couldn't believe it. But you don't know, I'm a very fast runner. I've trained like this because that's what the human body is supposed to do. We're supposed to be strong and fast. And I beat him. I got to him first, before he could run away, before he could find a road. And don't worry, we are far away from civilization. You could scream, but I don't know why you would. But no one will hear you. I have no car, so you won't get away fast. You're only as fast as your 2 feet, and I guarantee I'm faster than you. I might be small, but I'm fast like a cheetah. So I got to him. I caught up on him. And I disarmed him, knocked him to the ground, knocked him out, tied him up again and dragged him to the house. Things were tense after that, as you can imagine. Can you believe how ungrateful he was for all I did for him? I risked my life kidnapping him. I risked my freedom. I risked going to prison because our world doesn't understand this level of love. I gave him so much, my effort, my sweat, my tears, my blood, all the meals I cooked for him, the teaching, the time, the care, the effort, the love, all of it. How could he be so ungrateful? It disgusts me still, and it makes my heart pound. It makes my stomach coil up. It makes my fists clench. Just makes me want to scratch something. Punch someone. But that is not very enlightened of me. I can't take out my feelings on others. I can't take it out on you when you haven't done anything too bad yet. But I'm starting to get suspicious and worried that you might try some of the same games as him. But anyway, I dragged him back to the house and tied him up. And for a few days I was very vigilant of him. There weren't 2 minutes that my eyes weren't on him, watching him like a hawk. I've got very good eyesight and I sleep very lightly, so don't you try anything. And after that he stopped playing nice. He stopped pretending. I saw his true colours and I realised I was wrong about him. I realised he wasn't the smart, autistic, philosophical man I thought he was. He was shallow. He was stupid. suspicions are wrong, and I'm going to give you more chances. But I don't have so much patience anymore. Yes, that week after he tried to run away was one of the worst times of my life. I was heartbroken. I thought he loved me. But he began shouting, screaming for help. He began trying to unshackle himself, trying to break his shackles. He'd call me names, call me crazy. Why do people call this love crazy just because I love more intensely? What do you think? Am I? Are you just telling me what I want to hear now? No, I think you do love me. But after that first week, things just got worse and worse. His anger escalated to the point I could not stand it anymore. I couldn't stand his screeching and his shouting and his bullying of me. I couldn't stand all the name calling and all his stupid talk. Couldn't stand his whining and complaining. Complaining for what? For his freedom. He was not free. Just like you're not free. Not yet. You're not enlightened yet. He was crying that he missed his family and his friends. But they were not good people. They were stupid and shallow. Ugly people inside and out. So eventually, I snapped. Yes, snapped I did. And perhaps I shouldn't be telling you this, but I went a bit berserk. Like a maniac. Lusting for blood. You see, I'm only human. Of course I'm going to retaliate if you call me these names, these ugly names. So do you know what I did? First I chopped off his fingers, then his toes. Then I gave it in his face, made him look in the mirror. Have a look. See his vanity crushed. He was such a vain thing. So I got such glee from destroying his favourite thing about himself, his little angel face, beaten to a pulp. And then I did get my fists very bloody. And I was feeling metaphorical. I was feeling poetic, so I got a knife and I thrust it deep into his heart because that's how he made me feel. That is the nature of love. The highest highs, the lowest lows. Love and violence are so close together. So, my love, what have we learned Say it back to me. You love me. Say it back to me. I will be good. Go on, say it, and mean it. Make me believe it. No, I want no tears. This is nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear as long as you're good. Are you gonna be good? Tell me in your own words. Try again. Make me believe it. In your eyes, they seem sincere. And trust me, if you're good to me, I will be so good to you. So good to you. How many have there been, you say? You've got me. He wasn't the first. You see, I am getting quite disillusioned by men. I've tried to save so many. I think it's got to 9 now, but none of them have taken my advice and my love. They've thrown it in my face. Why are men so cruel? How could they not love me? Okay, I tie them up for a little bit. I might hurt them physically, but my heart is so full of love. You men disgust me. But I'm sorry, I won't keep this against you. You're not them. You're different from them, I see that. What were the others like? Well, I was a bit silly when I was younger. I was a bit of a fool. I'm enlightened now, though. I see beyond those silly teenage fantasies. Yes, the first one. I just reached womanhood. I was 13. Girls mature. Much younger than boys, I think. So I chose a boy who was a little older. He was 16. And he didn't see me as a threat. He saw me as a little girl. But when he was riding on his bike home from school that day, I jumped out the bushes and pounced like a jaguar. And knocked him unconscious, tied him up, and took him to the family shed. I told him not to scream or else I would hurt him, but he didn't listen to me, and he screamed and screamed and shouted for help, and the stupid fool woke up my family. They weren't too happy with me, got a bit worried that I was a bit quirky, a bit unusual, a bit intense. I suppose that's true. off his bike into the river. But he wasn't the man I thought he was. See, I'm starting to doubt my judgment. I don't pick very good men. I seem to see so much in them, and then they disappoint me so profoundly. And then the other ones, I wasn't much older, mid-teens, maybe 16, 17. I think I was a bit superficial back then. I mistook beauty for a beautiful soul. I thought because they were beautiful, that they were beautiful people, that they were smart and creative, and everything I wanted in a man. But that's my fault. I was stupid. Just because they had rare, gorgeous eyes, green eyes, it didn't mean they had a rare, beautiful mind. And that's really what I was looking for. That's not to take away from your appearance. It must be said you are very beautiful. Every inch of you is beautiful. But you've proved that you're smart. You have a beautiful mind as well. And I really believe in you. I really do see something beautiful in your eyes. So bright. It's like I can see the whole universe in your eyes. Really is heaven looking into them. Are you going to prove to me that you're a worthy partner? Are you going to prove to me that you deserve to be untied? Are you going to prove that you deserve to be paid to eat? I want you to prove that to me in the next few days. I am going to give you a pen and paper, and I want you to write an essay on everything I've been teaching you about this philosophy, about why we need to get away from the world, away from civilization. I need you to list all that's wrong with the world that you left and that you are never going back to. I want you to tell me in your own words why this way of life is so wonderful and that it is right. And I want you to draw, I want you to paint the landscape that surrounds us. I'm going to let you sit at the window and I'm going to watch as you paint the landscape. And I want it to be beautiful. If it's not to my liking, I promise you, you will be punished. The time for niceties is over. Because I am losing my patience. Need I remind you what happened to the last man? No. I didn't tell them that things could end very badly if you displease me. Remember that. Let it motivate you. And if you do please me, you will be rewarded handsomely. I can be so good to you. So good to you. So good. If you please me, I will please you. Because trust me. Trust me. There's things I want to do to you. Nice things. Sweet pleasures together. And maybe one day you will be untied. And we'll see if you embrace this way of life. Be the angel, the hero I think you are. So, tell me, what is your task? Tell me with more conviction, with more enthusiasm. This is a gift. It's not a chore. It's a remarkable, wonderful thing to be creative, to write. We are not animals. We have evolved. We have a cerebral cortex. We can think. We can reason. We can do so much because of our brains, because of your beautiful brain. I really hope you